I am Bex from bex-treks, and in my pack I have an array of stoves and pots, all brand new, that we're going to have a look at throughout the next coming weeks. But what I've bought for you today is a brand new Trangia stove, or Trania, or Trangia. And my old one, whoever had it before me, because I bought it pre-loved, had pretty much buggered it up. And I tried to rescue it as best I could, but it wasn't firing properly. I bought a new one because I want you to be here as we open the box, put fuel in for the first time ever, letting it wick and seeing how it lights up. Not only that, I have bought an array of different bits of kit that go with it, accessories, just little bits and pieces that are really going to help you on your journey. I bought with me a 100ml bottle there. Now that will probably fill my Trangia stove one more time. I'm going to have to check that is 100ml. It looks a bit small, but if that's 100ml, it will certainly fill the Trangia again. That's the old one there. Now let's have a look at the new one. This is its unboxing. I have unboxed it before, but this is the on-camera unboxing with the original Trangia protective wrapping here. As you can see, it is the actual one. Now I only paid £17 UK for a brand new Trangia stove. Do shop around, you'll probably get them a lot cheaper if you know where to shop. If you do know where to shop to get one cheaper than I've got one, put the link in the description. Okay, Trangia Spirit Burner, here it is. Now I was surprised how dull it looks in comparison to the one here that I've put a bit of spit and polish on. Okay, a bit of dirt there, but you can see you can shine these up quite a lot. It does have the standard simmer ring here, like that, pretty standard. That would go well with my 27 set when it arrives. The rubber O-ring and the lid, everything you're going to want to know there is in writing with the warning of how to use it. Now this is it, brand new. I haven't fired this up at all, but before I do fire it up, let's have a look at the issue with this used one, second-hand one, pre-loved. Have a look here around. Look at the damage there. I wish I could get a little closer. We'll try and zoom in. It's actually cracked. What you can see by my finger there is the actual inner wall here. It's divided into an inner wall and the outer wall. And inside here is a wicking material. Now it said linen, but it kind of looks like fiberglass. Look at the damage there. Now look at damage. Look at some of the holes as well. It's okay until we sort of get over here, and they're absolutely huge. Someone's poked it with a knife. If you are going to clean these jets, only use a needle and don't push down too far, remembering you might push the linen material down as you're poking. It only needs 1 or 2 mil, just a quick poke to get any dirt out. Only wash them out, bit of soap and water. Don't be using any kind of chemicals. Bioethanol. I'm going to fill it. Now it will soak up with that fiberglass or linen wick. So I'm going to fill it almost to the top, put it down and let it drink. As you can see, it's drunk quite a lot. Remember, this is its first ever maiden burn. That is going. Now I can just see the flame. I think you can see it as well. I want to see how long this takes to bloom. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to aid it in any kind of way. I want it to get into its first bloom. That's why I filled it to the top, to allow it to wick. Maybe I should have left it stand a little before lighting it. Seems to be dying right down. It's not a windy day, and if you're wondering why I haven't got a windshield, I'm going to show you one in a second. Yeah, it's not coming into a bloom at all. There's a tiny bit of heat there. Let me just blow across it. Obviously oxygen helps. At the moment I would put the pot on about now. I wouldn't waste that bit of heat waiting for it to bloom. About 2-3 minutes, first time bloom I'm expecting. Starting here now a little. And then the more this wick gets soaked, the easier it'll be to bloom on other consecutive burns. That's the theory. Okay, that's probably bloomed there. Okay, let's put that out and have a look what else I have to go with it. Not bad for its first maiden. That's Trangia as well, 3 crown Trangia. I'm going to try and keep to bioethanol if I can, but it's not very accessible where I live. This is another product I also bought for that, which is going to help when the 27 set arrives. This is a preheater for them cold temperatures, and this clips underneath your Trangia with a bit of liquid alcohol on there like that, and it leaves a gap which will warm and bring it into a bloom a lot quicker. Now I may as well just put that on and fire this up. I'm going to put the prices of everything and the weights and everything on the screening captions here, because I can't remember offhand. Let's connect this to the Trangia. Still pretty cool to the touch. I'm surprised that came into a bloom. And let's see if we can get it into a bloom a little quicker. It's not bitterly cold at the moment, 10.5 degrees. I was out camping the other night, hit -1. So massive difference between nighttime and daytime temperatures. But let's have a look at this little unit here, which is the preheater. Now in time, I'm going to upgrade to the 27, but it is over 100 quid here for me, and I just haven't got 100 quid. I don't get paid for making these videos. I just do it out my own money because I enjoy doing it. So before anyone loses a shit in the comments, why haven't you got this, why haven't you got that? I'm just a guy with a camera and I buy all my own stuff, and sometimes I just haven't got the money, and if it bothers you that much, send it me. Well, you won't know, will you? Let's put it on. Now I'm going to show you how I light mine. I light mine from underneath. I'll just kind of lift it up. There you go. And put it back down. And we're ready. Let's have a look at the bloom now. Oh, we're there. We're there. Look at that. Compared to how we fired it up in the beginning, what a remarkable difference that is. I would personally travel with the preheater each and every time. Why not? It's cheap. There's a good flame on it, but it does need a windshield, and I can help you out with that because I bought a windshield. So I did mention some other bits and pieces I had was a windshield. Now this isn't by Trangia or anything, it's an aftermarket. It is a case of just like that, a little cheap pot. I also have another pot which is one of my favourites, the Primus, which goes terrific with this, and it caters for the kind of food I do, which is generally pretty lazy, out of a tin, you know, and then I take the contents out of a tin and bag it up, bring some rice with me, and lazy man cooking. But I throw it in a pot much bigger than that. It's a litre, it's called the Primus, it's on the channel, get it watched. This is part of a cook system, so like I said, if you get the 27 or the 25, that is for proper cooking. You're going to put ingredients into a bowl and a pan and fry and boil for half an hour or so, proper cooking. If you're a bit of a chef or you just like cooking, you will love that 25 or 27, which is designed to go with. But I always travel with a spare O-ring. I think they come in a set of 2 for about £7. I've already put a new O-ring, but in my military Trangia, it needed it. I already had one in my other Trangia, which left over. Travel with that, and it's just sticky tape onto a bit of card. Why not travel with it? These here I thought might be a good idea. A little cross section pot stand, which I will have a look at in a minute. The legs sit on the outside of the Trangia stove, pot on top. I don't like this at all, one little bit. 1.9mm from the bottom of your pot to the jets on the stove. 1.9mm. 1.9mm gives a slow boil. They do other ones that are about an inch, inch and a quarter, inch and a half. Now that's the sweet spot to speed these little stoves up if you're only boiling water. It's not a fast water boiling system. And the same with that windshield as well. The gap between the bottom of the pan and the top of the stove isn't the sweet spot. So here we are at a boil, and I'm going to put the simmer ring on there, pop that back on, and pop some coffee into the pot and make a quick cowboy coffee. I just want it bubbling, I don't want it in a rolling boil. I just want to brew my coffee. Could have had tea. One, let's pop 2 in, let's be generous. Okay, lid back on that, leave a little air gap and boil that away for maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending on how strong you like your coffee. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to take this off the stove and let it sit and put this flame out like that. Let everything cool down, including my coffee. What I like to do is just settle the grounds with some cold water, give that a minute and I'm ready to pour it. Pot stand already cool to the touch. Oh yeah, it's going to be quite a nice one by the look of it. There you have it. All the grounds are in the bottom. Get rid of them, and I'll show you a little trick. So you're not using your precious water that you bring to camp with you to clean the coffee grounds out of your pot. I don't know if you can see that. I've got the coffee grounds there. If you bring a microfiber towel with you, look at that, every single ground is out, ready for its next cup of tea, coffee or some food. And it all gets locked in, and I wash up when I get home. I don't think 3-in-1 coffees are on par with a real coffee. Oh, fantastic. Nowhere near on par, very inferior. Virgin on, disgusting. And then coffee bags, they're just, I don't know what's wrong with them, they just don't make a good quality brew. You can't really treat coffee like tea, where you just dip in a tea bag in some warm water and leaving it in. Yep, I am happy with that. Just warming my coffee back up just for demonstration. Yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment. If they would have made this 1.25 inches between the bottom of the cup and the top of the burner here, you'd have a really decent bit of kit. But 1.9 mm between the flame holes and the bottom of the cup is pretty crap. Okay, I don't want to really superheat my coffee, but I'll need a stick to knock that off. Then I can extinguish that. At the beginning I did say I am no expert at, transient stuff. I have had one for years and years. It's just not my go-to. I have lots of other stoves. But I do want to get together the 27 kit and actually do some proper cooking, but I can't see it ever coming in my trekking pack. Trekking, remember, is my camp is different from one night to the next, and the focus is on walking. And when the focus is on walking and not the actual sleep or the cooking, you tend to go with lightweight, compact stuff, and I should imagine the 27 is pretty bulky. I wouldn't even travel with that pot there you've just seen. So yeah, I'm no expert. Remember, people who make videos are only human. Just because you love your bit of kit, there's no need to be harsh on people who have a different preference to yourself. We're all individuals. We're all allowed our individual preferences. But like I said, I am going to build up my Trangia kit, and I will be doing real cooking, but it'll be kind of a weekend tent kind of situation where I'm in the same spot for 2-3 days. I would bring that kit with me in a pack, but for trekking, night after night, different place, want to travel light and compact, I do have other preferences. But you will see the full kit hopefully before the end of the year, as well as a lot of other things. The triangle was also commented about. I should buy the triangle. I've looked at that. I'm not sure it's quite what I'm looking for, because sometimes I just use the smaller cups like this, of which we're going to see this in an upcoming video. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. Don't be mean. I'll see you out there. Happy trails.